Uchida Shu's dream of becoming a voice actor began all the way in primary school watching shonen anime and deeply impressed by the performance of Lomi Park and Tetsuya Kakihara. But growing up in Australia her entire life, this dream across literal continents seemed so far away. This did not stop her in any way. Through deceiving her parents, quitting college, abandoning home, flying to Japan, and using all the knowledge, power, and connections an 18-year-old could muster up, Uchida Shu pulled off one of the most insane stunts I have ever seen a person do to chase her dream. And today we will be exploring that story. See, Shu was born to Japanese parents who shortly immigrated to Australia when she was a mere 2 years old. What this means is, as a kid, she learned Japanese through communicating with her parents and weekly Japanese Saturday classes. Yet this would prove to be quite futile, with Shu miserably failing her Japanese tests and, well, resorting to English, her native language, to communicate most of the time. This is why when Shu first told her mother her dream of becoming a Japanese voice actress, her mom was like, you? Have you held up your test papers and looked in a mirror? Understandably so, as, well, a Japanese voice actor would need better Japanese than even the average native person. But even as a primary school kid, all this would do is light a fire in Shu's heart. She started vigorously studying, reading manga, as we all do, and at some point tried memorizing the Japanese dictionary word for word. On the voice acting side, she'd start impersonating her favorite anime characters, notably Hanekawa from Monogatari. She'd start singing in her room, her voice reverberating throughout the house for her parents to hear. Anything she thought she needed to become a voice actor, she would train herself to no end, despite the protest of her parents. Yes, even with all this determination showing, Shu's parents still opposed her, wanting her to get a normal job. So what did Shu do? As a teen, Shu worked 4, 5, 6 times a week to save up money just so she could fly to Japan to audition in voice acting schools. Yes, a 16-year-old did this. Alas, some time passed by without results, and at the request of her Asian parents, Shu reluctantly continued her education to university in Australia. She took the classes reluctantly and, well, she knew this was not for her. As if a blessing for her out-of-this-world determination, good news finally came. She had finally done it. A renowned voice acting agency training school, Profit, had accepted her. But her parents wanted her to at least get a degree from college, and she was still years away from graduating. Tell me, what would you do in this situation? Well, if you had the same answer as Shu, then I salute you. You have balls of titanium. Shu already knew the answer deep in her heart. There was not a shred of doubt. She just wanted to become a voice actor so badly. It was all she wanted. She took the offer. She set up her move to Japan, quitting university and arranging all the logistics by herself without telling her parents the entire time. She worked part-time to save up money for her living costs and tuition in Japan. She arranged her immigration with moving companies, and only at the very last second, basically right before she was gonna move across continents, did she tell her parents, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm moving to Japan. See you." The absolute mad lad. She just gave the middle finger to the protest and pulled a Joseph. But there was one huge glaring issue. Housing. See, in Japan, the legal age of being an adult is 20. Shu was going to stay at a hotel temporarily until she could find a place to rent, but this was impossible for 18-year-old Shu without her parents' approval. The very parents that disapproved of this whole voice actor shtick. Shu scrambled for a solution, scouring for any connection she could find, and by some shonen anime character you met 200 episodes save, she found a friend from the Japanese Saturday school she went to as a kid who was living in Japan and was willing to share the apartment with her. Talk about foreshadowing. With all current problems out of the way, in 2014, Shu set off to Japan alone at a mere 18 years old to start her journey as a prospective voice actor. Shu's life in Japan was fine. She had saved up money beforehand in Australia, and her voice acting lessons were only once a week, so she could work more to sustain herself. Shu's training in school lasted for 2 years, but unlike most voice actors, not only did she get her first role before she even graduated, it was not some random background character for once. It was Warspite from Kantai Collection, a huge multimedia franchise with many games about anime girl warships. As you can see, she has many lines. It's not a nobody role. And with such a strong start, her first anime role came next year in Aris to Zodoku as Hattori and Cleo, but her next role would be a significant one. Anyone here watched Asobi Asobase?
Oh my. Classmate たちの目は asshole なのか What's happening? この胸の thrill, shock, suspense これが Japanese Kabedon.
Fujiwara, the English-speaking clown. This English-speaking role is actually a trend you'll start to notice. Because Japanese people are not good at English, to say the least. Trust me, I would know, I live there. As a native speaker, it seems that many of the roles meant for English speakers would just go to her because she had almost no competition. I mean, even within her brief time at Prima Porta, a small idol-like group, she was the I can English bro person amongst the group.
I'm talking in Japanese, but I'm talking in English.
Talking Japanese って言ってんじゃんほら
Talking English って最後に
It was an amazing niche that she managed to fill, and this bilingual ability would eventually bring her biggest role, boosting her to stages that she had never dreamt of being possible. If you had already known of Shu before watching this video, you most likely either learned of her through Trash Taste, or you're a Love Live fan. In 2020, Shu made her debut in the Love Live franchise as Mia Taylor, specifically in Love Live All-Stars, the mobile gacha game. Okay, look, this franchise is complicated, bear with me. To put it simply, Nijigasaki was a new Love Live group focusing on solo idols instead of, well, being a group. They were meant to only be for this new gacha game, but their popularity blew up so much that they eventually got their own anime and huge concerts. Mia was not part of the original group, but instead added in season 2 of the story in the gacha game, aka they're new characters that were added midway through the game that eventually joined the group. What does this all mean? Shu gets to join an already super popular idol group and gets the opportunity to shine on stages alone, because they are solo idols. And to see the scale we're looking at, the very first time Shu performed as Mia on a proper concert stage was Kyocera Dome, one of the biggest domes in Japan with a capacity of 55,000. Imagine going from someone with mostly minor background character roles to this overnight. She started hosting radio shows, live streams, fan meet and greets as the voice of Mia. Nijigasaki got a second anime season and multiple movies that she got to be in. Everything she had dreamt of came true. The singing voice that once echoed in her house to only disapproving parents is now echoing to thousands upon thousands of fans. And to this very day, Mia Taylor is still by far her most recognized role. Mia had made her dreams come to life by being an American. See, just like many of her other roles, Mia was an American who spoke native English, making her perfect for the role. In fact, they leaned in so much with the English-speaking thing that many of Mia's songs are actually half or fully in English. Yes, your Japanese idol is singing English songs, and it doesn't even sound idol-y. Some of them sound like straight up Disney songs or Avril Lavigne.
When was the last time I saw the reflection of my face? I'm still dreaming, can't hide this feeling. Dramatic story of how love started, alright. You're my love, can't stop this feeling.
And I'm certain only a true bilingual such as Shu would be able to fill this role. I will say, it's really funny hearing this supposed New Yorker have the most Aussie accent ever.
It's a joke.
But I suppose it's better than...
If you move, you fire. You are
Since then, Shu has significantly grown her career. Love Live is going as strong as ever, and her gacha game presence has shot up, with many more roles in Kantai Collection, Magia Record, the Madoka gacha game, as Shizuka, Heaven Burns Red as Nanami, and Reverse 1999 as Soneto, all gacha games that are quite popular to this very day with a lasting presence. She's been in drama CDs, radios, web shows, narrations, podcasts, on national TV, won awards as part of Nijigasaki. She's done all of the celebrity things you can think of. Other than this, Shu started her YouTube channel a few years ago to quite a nice loyal audience. I mean, her audience is so loyal, they literally help translate her videos for free. She mainly does vlog-style videos with some song covers here and there, and has even dabbled in streaming games and podcasts. Oh, by the way, I also stream games and sing. Come check it out. Her videos remind me of the old school YouTube, and it's just a very comfy feeling. She's so wholesome, you have moments like
Pog. What's Pog?
And speaking of Pog, Shu just recently got her first non-Love Life main character role in Yarinaoshi Reijo wa Ryūtei Heika wo Kouryaku. On top of all that, her relationship with her parents has actually remained good despite what she did, and they're quite supportive of her work now. Everything seems to be going her way, and with the beginning of her main character roles, her anime career is only gonna rise from here. But I'm not going to account any of this to luck. From quitting uni to basically running away from home across the world for her dream, Shu is one of the most determined voice actors I have ever seen and deserves every ounce of her success for what she had to do to get there. I know 99% of people wouldn't even dare to think of having the courage to do what she did. I didn't even mention she was working a normal full-time job to support herself in Japan after she debuted. You could say she truly sacrificed everything for her dream and was repaid for her inhuman efforts. It's a story of struggle, willpower, and triumph. So what's the takeaway here? Determination? No. Bro, just get good at English. I know you're using subtitles on this video.